All right, welcome back to From Arbitration. I'm not going to do any training today. I was going to do some training. I'm not. It's so late. It's 10 o'clock here. I've been working on these removals all day. I just got off the phone with JB, been prepping him a couple of hours for this hearing we have Tuesday. Got a removal. Going to be very difficult on us. And then we got to turn around and do another one Thursday, another very difficult one. But it's always good to have JB because it always gives me a great chance of winning. And so, but been talking to him for about 2 hours prepping, and then we'll talk again tomorrow. But I wanted to touch on something. I wasn't going to do an episode today because I'm so tired. But I'm going to touch on something that's been on my mind. Something somebody put up on Reddit is going to lead me into it. Okay. And I'll read you this, and it was about my episode last week about the strike. And this is what it was said, and I'm going to talk about this, and it's going to lead me into what I want to talk to y'all about briefly. This probably won't be 30 minutes. It says, I was very disappointed by his comments that made him sound like management about strikes. While I appreciate him explaining the risks and telling us how the OIG will investigate job actions, which is more important than securing the cars of the postal workers, I didn't care for him saying not to involve ourselves in strike talk. Yes, let us know how to use our First Amendment rights to discuss all options while protecting ourselves. Don't use text, make fake name on social media. But when he incorrectly said that we can't picket, I was upset by that. I won't be telling my coworkers who are pissed at our union leadership to listen anymore. And that's what he said. First off, I didn't say you couldn't picket. You can't picket while on the clock. That's a form of work stoppage. So you can't picket while on the clock, but if you want to do it after you're off the clock, have at it. The problem with what you're saying is when you say I talk like management is the fact that your union has agreed in writing that you cannot strike. So don't be mad at management and don't say I sound like management, because that's part of our collective bargaining is that we cannot strike. Now with that, what did we get? They cannot lay us off. They can't lay us off. If I walk in and there's no mail, if none of the trucks ran, all of them broke down, and I don't have any mail in my station, management still must pay me 8 hours. There's an 8-hour guarantee. So I can sit on a stool for 8 hours and management cannot lay me off. I have the right to the grievance procedure if I get terminated. That's part of our collective bargaining. And so, yeah, we can't strike, and the union has agreed to that. They've signed off on it. It's actually in our joint contract administration manual. And the joint in that means both parties. So, sound like management, whatever. Don't tell your carriers to listen to me. I don't give a fuck about that either. I'm not on here to make friends. I've said that from the very beginning. I'm not on this to make friends. I'm on this to make warriors. And that's all I care about. I saw a post the other day where somebody from National was talking about how inundated the system is with grievances. There's so many more grievances being filed this year nationally than there was previous years. That's because we have an educated workforce. And an educated workforce is a devastating thing. An educated shop steward is a bad son of a bitch, and I've said that all the time. An educated workforce is devastating to management. And when you see an uptick in grievance activity, that's because your workforce is becoming educated, right? Now, when you talk about striking, what do you want to strike about? Is it because the UPS said they were going to strike, and so you're like, hey, let's strike with them? That's stupid as fuck. Why do you want to strike? What are you looking for? You can't strike, but if you could, what will you strike about? Have you thought about it? Or you just say that because UPS talked about it? You want more money? All right. So let's go sit down in front of the Postal Service and let's say, hey, what do y'all want? We want more money. All right. So you make 36 something an hour, we'll give you a penny more an hour. How's that? Well, no, that's not any good. Well, you just said you wanted more money. Well, that's more money. A penny more an hour. How's that sound? What do you want more an hour? And have you told anybody about it? Have you told your regional offices what you want? Have you told national what you're looking for? Have you said, I want something comparable to the UPS is fixing to get? We make 36 something. That's about $14 less an hour than UPS is fixing to make, which is insane to me, because when I first started this job, we were at the top of the pay scale. We were top of the food chain as far as what we do in comparison to what other people do that have our jobs. We have been blown by UPS. They're fixing to make $14 more an hour than we are. That's insane. That's insane. And that's our fault. That's our fault. I don't know who we have bargaining for us, who we have on our side. I know we have the same attorney's office that has done it for the last however many years, but we're getting smashed as far as our competitors is concerned. So you want more money? How much more money do you want an hour? Have you told anybody? Or are you just on social media saying, let's go strike? You want more benefits? How much more do you want? How much more do you want the Postal Service to pay? Have you thought about these things when you talk about we want to strike? What are you looking for? Like I said, why would you strike? For what reason? You need to make sure that you're communicating with your leaders about why you're displeased. You don't know what the contract is yet. You're gonna strike after the arbitrator's decision? You're gonna strike that? We don't like what the arbitrator said. We're going on strike. Is that what you're gonna do? You know, when you get on things and you start talking out your ass, think about what you want. Think about what you will accept. If this contract, if the thing that the union tries to get us to agree to is not what you want, vote no. Vote no and force it to arbitration and let an arbitrator decide what we're going to have. But you cannot strike. You know why? Because your union agreed that you cannot strike. Working conditions. You going to strike about that? Now that's something to talk about. That's something to talk about, and that's what we're going to talk about here today. I'm not going to do any training. I'm going to do it next week because I'm covered up right now with these removals. But you want to talk about something? Let's talk about working conditions, okay? Because that's something, as of today, our national leaders refuse to talk about. Now, probably in the next week or two, you're probably going to have a podcast come out from national talking about HIP and working conditions and crime and all that. We're months too late about that. We're months too late about that. You want to talk about First Amendment? How about rally? How about a nationwide rally on working conditions? That's something you can do. That's something our national leaders should have us do, is a national rally. You know the only one I know of is doing anything? Region 3, Mike Karras region. This is what they're doing. Enough is enough. Safe delivery. Protect our letter carriers rally. Tuesday, August 8th, 2023 at 6 p.m. Standing in solidarity against assaults on letter carriers. It says to contact the president. That's what they're doing. You want to talk about your First Amendment? Do that. Get out in the streets and rally for the city letter carrier. You know how UPS was so successful and what they're talking about? Because every news organization was running that they were going to strike. It was on the news every day that UPS was fixing to strike. They know how to do it. They know how to do it. You know what our leaders are doing? Not shit. About shit. Look, I want my leaders to be successful. No matter what y'all think, I want them to be successful. That's the reason I talk about Buster Douglas and William Wallace and clacking the bottles and bust the damn podium. That's the reason I talk about that, is because I'm trying to energize our leaders to do something for us. And it's not happening. I've got a leader right now that has the personality of a mortician. Every time I hear this person, I want to just poke my eyeballs out. It's the same monotone delivery every single time that I hear him, and it drives me fucking crazy. We need a leader right now that is fixing to shake the foundation of the city letter carrier craft. I listen to the podcast, and I don't want to talk about anybody doing anything on the podcast because I appreciate the effort. I know what goes into it, the time and the energy, and so I understand that. But I listened to the podcast the other day from NALC, and the individual talked about HIP 1 minute and 47 seconds. 1 minute and 47 seconds. Now, they'll probably be talking about HIP and crime and all that coming up, because they're trying to catch up. They've fallen way behind. They're trying to catch up. But on the first episode that came out last week, you had an opportunity to rally us, to rally the letter carrier. Look, you've come under fire for some things, okay? And all that stuff will get settled out. All that stuff will get settled out. You've become under fire for some things. Look, put that in the background. Rally us. You had an opportunity last week to get on your first episode and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Rally us as far as working conditions, and you chose to talk about Medicare. Come on, man. I'm doing everything humanly possible to help you, to get you fired up to do something. In this last episode, you started talking about HIP, and you sounded like you were leading the Morticians Union. It was, well, we're going to get some information, and we're going to get with management and, see what they've got, and then, because everybody needs the training, and so we're going to do. Come on, man. Come on, brother. Fuck those motherfuckers in management. You see what they did to you as far as this T-Rap? You signed off on that, and they have screwed us ever since. Have fucked us over. Still doing it today over these standards and these projections and these parameters and all that stuff. Look, the time to be nice is over with management. I understand you got to work with them. The time to be nice is over with them. We have got carriers being robbed on the streets of this country. We have them being assaulted on the streets of this country. We have them being shot and killed on the streets of this country. And for the love of fuck, what are you doing about it besides sitting there with that same monotone voice saying we need to get with management and suck their ass and hopefully they will give us this and hopefully they won't turn their back on us? Fuck them motherfuckers, man. Get us in the fucking streets across this country. Rally us so that we can get out there and tell the public, get behind the city letter carrier because the Postal Service has abandoned us as far as this is concerned. That's what you need to do, man. Fuck, you're leading the baddest motherfuckers on this planet. When people are bringing their fucking dogs in out of the heat because it's too hot, here we are delivering mail. When people are getting in their fucking bathtubs because a storm's coming, here we are delivering fucking mail. When you see pileup after pileup on the street because of snow, here we are delivering the fucking mail. People are murdering us on the streets, and we are out delivering mail and it's still light outside. What's going to happen when it gets dark? It is an epidemic of robbery and thievery and murder and assault on us, my man. And you're talking about Medicare. Rally us, brother, and do something about the working conditions of the city fucking letter carrier. Dude, you need to wake the fuck up there. I understand. Hey, if it's not your personality, I get it. But god dang it, man. This is some fucking bullshit. We've got regions having to rally and you won't do a fucking thing. I mean, it's like Animal House up there. Just shit going wild. Do something, man. Rally us. Put us in the fucking streets across this country and let the public know what is happening to the city letter carrier. The only way you're going to get change is through Congress. Fuck these motherfuckers you're going into the office, man, and shaking hands with. They're shaking hands with you and laughing at your ass when you walk out of there. Buck the fuck up, man. Buck the fuck up and do something. Fuck, man. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that fucking voice. It's like a fucking fingers over a chalkboard. Get something about it, man. And lead us. Well, we just are going to do this here and we're going to do that. And then, we're going to look over here and we're going to try to get this. And god dang, no wonder nobody respects your fucking ass. Look, I get it, man. You're smart as fuck. Much smarter than me. Much smarter than me. But dude, you're putting too much of your time into the wrong shit. You're putting too much of your time into the wrong shit, brother. You invest in us on this street. That's what you do. You should have already called for a rally about the working conditions. We have people dying in yards because of the heat. And I have yet to hear you come out and raise hell about that. We've got hip training falsification, and you talking on the podcast the other day like it didn't even fucking matter. Well, we're going to get, just can't accuse them of something until we get some kind of evidence against it. I got all the fucking evidence I need, man. I've got carriers putting out shit, printing out their hero training that they weren't even at work on the day. You got business agents being put in for the training. They weren't even there that day. You are our leader, man. Lead us. You've got business agents that have taken on the same ass cowardly qualities that you have. You should have come out thundering on this shit, on this falsification, man. You should have come out thundering down on that shit and told your business agents, fall in fucking line. This is how we're going to deal with it. I see now why they chose to take the path they've chosen and be cowardly motherfuckers about it. Dude, you got to be a fighter, man. That's what we fucking need. The day of this political bullshit is over. That left when your boss retired. We used to have fucking hellraisers up there, man. I mean, hellraisers that walked in a fucking room, man, and everybody bowed down to them. They laugh at us now, man. They laugh at us now. You put up more fight talking about some politician saying something about the deep state than you have about us being killed in the streets, man. I don't give a fuck who you vote for. I don't give a damn who you vote for. I don't give a damn what you do. But you got to understand, man, both parties contribute funds to us. Both parties contribute funds to us. Put up that kind of fight for us, man. I think that we need to have a national rally about the working conditions. I do believe that, and if somebody wants to head that up, man, I will flat promote it on this here. I will flat promote it on this here. We need to have a national rally about our working conditions. You cannot continue to take this to postal management. You can't. They don't care. Let me read you some things here that people have sent me. This is how management cares. Today's stand-up talk, if you get dehydrated, we'll write you up. Yep, That was today's stand-up, which is fucking stupid. One of our carriers had to go to the hospital due to dehydration yesterday. So today they told us if we get dehydrated, we'll get written up. Brother, that's who you're going in there talking to. Here's another. We got the too much stationary time talk today. Said it hasn't been hot enough for needing extra breaks. You know whose fault that is? It's yours, man. It's yours because you've not come out and said anything about it. Still, you've not come out and said anything about it. I've been talking about that shit for a year now, and your ass won't come out and say shit about it. Quit saying, just grieve that through the grievance procedure, and then we will get a resolution on that, and then we'll abide by that resolution, and then we will look at those, and then we'll gather those, and then we will go to management on that. And then, dude, quit being like that, man. Quit doing that. Do you see what they're doing? This is your people they're talking to. If you get dehydrated, you'll be written up. If you got too much stationary time now, you're going to be written up because you don't need extra breaks. It's not been hot enough. Do you know why they're doing that? Because you've not come out and told the whole country, listen here, if anybody's talking about stationary events, bust their fucking ass on it. Bust their fucking ass. And I'm talking about from coast to motherfucking coast. If they're talking about stationary events, which it's come to my attention that they are, this is the directive I've given it to the business agents on how to deal with it, because we're not going to tolerate that shit. Because you know why? I'm the head of the people on the fucking street doing that work. I'm the head of them. Dude, you act like you're the head of the fucking morticians union the way you walk around. You got the temperament of a fucking mortician. Every time I see you, you look like a fucking mortician. Just do this right here, and then we'll grieve that, and just follow the proper protocol and grieve that there, and then dude, that's every fucking time, man. Do you understand, brother, that we've got carriers being robbed in the motherfucking streets? Do you understand that? I've not heard the first fucking thing out of you about that. You may be saying something to somebody about it, but you're not telling your carriers about it. Now, you may have a podcast here coming up where you start talking about it, but dude, be a leader of your people. Be a leader. Here's another thing. Management must have been listening to your podcast. They took away our access to transcript history on our hero. How about that one? So management took away their access so they can't get into hero anymore. Here's another one. Corey, all the carriers in our station are locked out of light blue. Therefore, we can't get the needed evidence to grieve the HIP training. Could this be a nationwide issue? I believe it is, my friend. Here's something somebody sent me that management sent to themselves about OSHA. Good morning. We have had a lot of OSHA activity in our offices recently. Heat stress is a driving force on many of the complaints and on all the on-site visits. When we reply to a complaint or a visit, OSHA is requesting the heat training records for your office. Every office certified prior to April 1st that this training was complete. So they're telling you, every office certified prior to April 1 that this training was complete. If you simply gave a safety talk and then went in and certified, that wasn't enough. The training should be completed in Hero. If you can't get all your employees onto a computer, you should have used the attached presentation. So they're telling you it's a computer class. You remember how these B-team decisions out of Ohio are fucking the carriers over because they were saying, just do this talk, put these posters up and all that. It's a computer class. It's an online class. It's not too late. Go over the PowerPoint presentation with your employees today and simply say that you're giving a refresher course, even though they haven't done it. Give a refresher course. Now we're going to lie about lying. Now we're going to falsify about falsifying. That's what they're doing. Keep a list of the employees present along with a copy of the PowerPoint. Please continue to give the daily heat safety talk that is attached to the morning accident report. If OSHA arrives at your location, check ID, take them on a direct route to an office, not across the workroom floor, and call safety. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. They're refusing to give us information. They're locking us out of Light Blue. They're locking us out of how we can get Hero. They're lying to OSHA. They're lying to us about how they lied to us. It's important for some reason. I don't know. It's important for some reason for them to continue to lie. If it wasn't such a big deal like our national level feels it is, then why do they have to lie about the lie? You know, on the podcast the other day, our national leader was talking about HIP for 1 minute and 47 seconds. 1 minute and 47 seconds he talked about it, and it was as dismissive as it could have been. We didn't say falsified. Because you're afraid to hurt somebody's feelings? I will tell the motherfucker to his face they falsified it. Whoever I'm working against at the national level. I will tell the motherfucker to his face, you falsified the shit, motherfucker. That's what you did. And we're so worried about hurting people's feelings, shaking hands. Fuck these motherfuckers, man. You see what they do? You see how they do us? And you're worried about what? Hurting somebody's feelings? Fuck those motherfucking feelings, man. Look, I'm busy as hell right now with these removals, man. I'm covered the fuck up. But, man, we need a fucking leader. We need a fucking leader right now, man. And we don't have it. We don't have it, unfortunately. I want our leadership to succeed. I do, but they're in way over their head right now. It seems like we need to be rallying like Region 3 is. We need to be rallying, having people on the streets for our cause. So somebody get this rally together where we can, as a nation, rally about our working conditions. That's what we need to do. Rally about our working conditions. Let's do that. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing my people robbed for checks, for arrow keys, and nothing being done. I'm tired of seeing my brothers and sisters shot in the street for mail or an arrow key. I'm tired of seeing our brothers and sisters murdered on these streets in national, not doing a motherfucking thing about it. I'm sick and tired of year after year seeing our people succumb to this heat and fall out dead in front yards, and we can't get a motherfucking peep from our national leadership. I saw the video of the young lady, the pregnant lady out there that was getting overcome, and the neighbors ran out there to try to help her. That is all the time, man. And you got sorry, low-down motherfuckers falsifying this shit, and not a fucking peep from our national leadership. Well, that's been something that's been on me. Wasn't very productive, I know. I'm tired, man. I've been working all day on this shit here. Wasn't going to do one, but we need change. We need change. We sure the fuck do. We need to tell the public about our working conditions because it's not getting out there. We're hush-hush about what we're asking for in arbitration. Don't get that. Why it's such a fucking secret. I will never understand that. Why you just don't tell us this is what we're looking for. This is what we're asking for. Everything is a fucking secret. I will never understand that. But we need change, man. We need change. Until we can vote for change, we need immediate help And I think that taking it to the streets, having our business agents disseminated to major cities, get politicians involved in major cities. Hey, we contribute to COLSEP, Political Action Fund, for a reason. Whoever party you vote for, we give them money, and it's time to put up or shut up. And we can get them in the streets talking about our working conditions, about things that are happening to us, about real change. In case we don't get it through arbitration, you get Congress involved, politicians involved, take it to the streets about everything that's going on with us. And we need our leadership at the NLC to initiate that, I believe, unless business agents want to take it upon themselves like Mike Carey from Region 3 has. They've got that rally going on there. But now I'm just being redundant now. I'm just sick and tired of, I'll give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'll always do that. I'll always give you the benefit of the doubt. But damn, every time I hear you, you just sound like you're the most miserable motherfucker alive. We need an energizer, a Thundercat. we need that, man. God. I know that the Washington Post, they called me, and I talked to them for about an hour when they called about the working conditions, and I told him everything. And he said that he had reached out to National and that they had refused to talk to him, and a couple of individuals at the very top, tip top, refused to speak to him. And then I got a message a little while later, weeks later, saying, hey, because of the pressure put on them, they came back and talked to me. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I would use every platform available to tell my story about my people. I love my people, though, man. I love my people. So I'm going to use every platform available to tell the public about my people. And I don't understand a leader who won't do that, who has to be guilted into it. But, so, look, let's rally for change. Somebody get that started. Somebody get that started, a date and time, and we will be there in force. I'll put it out on here every damn day until we do it. A rally for change. We have to have it. For the heat, for the crime, for everything. We're months and months and months and months behind getting things out at the national level. They take a fucking snail's pace to do any fucking thing. So we'll do it here, and we'll continue to do it here, all right? That's all I'm going to say. It's 36 minutes too long. I shouldn't even have done one today, but I've been pissed all day about my people being harmed in the streets, man. That's not what we come to work for, and our union has given us no resolution and no inkling of an idea of a resolution of what they're trying to do. And because everything's so hush-hush behind closed doors, I would be telling my carriers every day, this is what we're doing and this is how we're going to do it. And we just don't have that, man. We just don't have it. We have people up there that care about one thing and one thing only, themselves. And that's the bottom line. And that's how it is. So anyway, but, we'll vote that out. But until then, we need somebody to step up and lead us until we can get the people up there now out. And so who's that going to be? Who's going to step up and lead us during the time between now and the time we can vote these motherfuckers out of their seats? Who's going to lead us and tell us what to do as far as getting in these streets and getting change, real change, until we can get the useless, narcissistic motherfuckers up there at the top out back in the delivering mail or over into management? Who's going to do it? We need somebody to do it. Who is it? Somebody's out there. Call a national rally for our working conditions. Somebody do it. And I'll be here to support it. All right. So y'all have a great rest of the week. Next week, I will be talking about letter demands. All right, letter demands. Y'all get on Discord. That stuff is fantastic. Those people on there are crazy. They're on there all the time. It's growing by leaps and bounds. Get on Reddit. I love Reddit too, man. That's great stuff on there. They're always on there. From A to Arbitration, the Facebook page, Miss Lindsay's taking a little break, so I suck at that. So it's not much activity on there anymore. Hey, shirts. Get on there and buy your shirts. Those are doing really well. Those are doing really well, okay? The shirts. I'm very pleased with that. We should have a good amount to give to MDA, okay? If you wonder about anything I say on any of these topics, on any of these episodes, get on from arbitration.com, find the episode, and most of what I'm talking about is going to be right there. You can download. Hey, look here, man. I love each and every one of you. I do. I love y'all with every part of my being. I love y'all. Like I said, I'm not on here to make friends. I'm on here to make warriors. And that's all I'm interested in. I want this to be the most powerful union that there is going. Okay? Our leadership now is not going to give that to us, but we will do that to ourselves. We will do that for ourselves. Okay? We'll educate ourselves into being the most badass union that there is, and we're going to do that. I promise you that. We're going to do that. Okay? Hang in there with me. All right? Y'all have a fantastic rest of the week. It's about 40 minutes too long right there because I was just pissed. And I'll talk to y'all next Sunday. All right? Bye.